those levels from being an encoder to being a junior programmer to being a senior programmer, talagang lahat yan subjected yan to pressure. Okay, so you'll just have to accept that. And then what else? Job mismatch. Okay, will you really be working as a programmer? Will you be really working as an industrial engineer, a mechanical or an electrical engineer? Okay, baka mamaya ibang trabaho ang makuha mo after graduation. Because it's possible, right? Okay, because sometimes hindi available yung trabaho that you're applying for. Okay, or minsan wala pang opening for those jobs that you have to settle for certain jobs in the meantime. Okay, so those are our fears, our uncertainties that that you have right now as you prepare yourselves for the world of work. Okay, and then let's move on. Now, a fact about unemployment in the Philippines, unemployment, medyo mataas yung unemployment ngayon, but then don't be afraid, don't fear about being unemployed because ngayon ang dami nag-open ng mga trabaho. Yes, maraming nag-open na trabaho ngayon, especially with the economy opening up because we're experiencing lower alert levels in this pandemic. So expect that there will be more jobs when you finish, when you after graduating from college. No, so that's not something that we should worry about. There will be many jobs, but then are we going to be accepted for those jobs? Okay, so that's something that we have to settle, and that is one very good reason we are having this webinar. And why do we need to get employed? Of course, we need to get employed because we have to raise money. Right? We have to raise money. We have to send a younger brother or sister to school. We are expected to shoulder household expenses. Okay, maybe some of you would like to get employed because you want to buy the latest gadgets, no, the latest models of certain gadgets. Maybe you want to buy an iPhone, maybe some appliances as well. There are many reasons. We have varied reasons, but what is important is we are determined to get employed. Yes, and job hunting needs preparation. Okay, you have to prepare for those jobs. But before I go into this, I'd like to ask the participants right now, sino sa inyo ang nag-work na ngayon? Sino sa inyo ang working student? Let me, give me a thumbs up if you are a working student. Sino sa atin ang working student? Si Cypress is a working student. Raymart as well. Okay, thank you very much. I cannot read the name of another student who gave me a thumbs up. Okay, kasi medyo masyado mahaba. BSint. Okay, but yeah, but I presume from somebody from industrial technology, somebody from automotive, automotive. ANT, maybe that's your name, industrial technology student din ito okay, gave me a thumbs up. So you are a working student, so you have already experienced work, right? And then right later on you'll apply for another job after graduating, or maybe you expect to be promoted to a higher position after graduating from college, right? Okay, job hunting needs preparation, so we need to find out ways by which we can prepare those pre-employment requirements, such as your resume. We have to know how we're going to prepare ourselves for the job interview, as well as the hard and soft skills that we need to develop. Okay, and then ano yung hard and soft skills na yan that we should be aware of, as well as the emotional maturity that we should advance towards so that we will have easier time at work. Okay, so we will discuss these topics, no? Competitive resume. Now, the first thing that you have to, kasi kung nakita nyo kanina, yung mga characteristic skills that is required of somebody who's going to assume those jobs, okay, one of the things na kailangan laging nakikita nyo, di ba? Communication skills, very important. Actually, sa lahat ng mga careers, okay, sa lahat ng careers for which we researched on, laging sinasabi ng mga experts, communication skill is very important. You should be able to communicate. So dito pa lang sa ating pag-aaralan, we have to know how we're going to say these words. Okay? So I'm going to call on some of our participants. Tapos get ready because you have to participate. Huwag kayong mahihiyang mag-participate in a webinar like this. Kasi this is part of discussion. Okay lang namang magkamali dito. Ako naman araw-araw nagkakamali eh. The important thing is we learn from these mistakes, 'di ba? Okay, kaya huwag kayong mahiya, no? It's part of our discussion. Yung matuto tayo from all our mistakes. Kasi nga, kaya nga tayo nag-attempt dito para matuto tayo, 'di ba? So expect that somebody's going to commit a mistake and expect also that we will learn from all of these mistakes. Okay? So right now, I have these words that somebody has to say correctly because you're going to prepare these documents, right? Okay, so let me call, teka, buksan ko muna yung aking kasi hindi ko mabasa yung ibang pangalan, masyado siyang mahaba. Okay, and some of you, ang mga pangalan nyo, 10ONUBPG0HBT3, pakipalitan yung pangalan ninyo because you can do that. Diba? You can change your name para ma-identify namin kayo. Meron pa ditong participant ng pangalan ay 1IX3PDKMVLD. Change your names, ha? Kasi kailangan ma-identify namin kayo. Okay, kailangan alam na natin kung paano gawin yan. Okay, si Information Technology, let's call on Mark Anthony Pulvera. Mark Anthony Pulvera, okay, somebody's annotating na naman sa aking screen. Sino ang moderator nito? Who's moderating this webinar? Can you please disable yung annotation? Kasi mag-clear ako ng drawing. Don't annotate, ha? That's one thing, clear all drawings. Paki-disable yung annotation. You can do that. If you are the host of this webinar, you can do that. I cannot do it because I'm just a co-host. Okay? So, but the host can do that. Can you advise the host to disable annotation? Okay. So, Mark Anthony Pulvera, where are you? You must be present because you're logged into this webinar. Okay.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mark Anthony. Can you read those words on your screen? No, yung yellow text that you can see on your screen. Read that.
Resume or curriculum vitae.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark Anthony, for that response. Diba? That's simple. That's not hard. Okay, so from now on, what we're going to do is that we're going to find out how we're going to pronounce these words. Okay, so from now on, we pronounce the first word as... Teka, i-share ko yung dictionary para makita ninyo mabuti.
Resume.
Okay na? Again.
Resume.
Okay, say that to yourselves. Resume. Okay, one more time.
Resume.
Okay, from now on, you say it as resume. So, kalimutan nyo na ang resume. Okay, kalimutan nyo na yan. Okay, so, and then the other word should be pronounced this way. Okay, kasi yung communication skills, very important talaga yan. Yeah, especially when you're applying for work. Okay, instead of curriculum vitae, you say this word as two ways to say it.
Curriculum vitae. Curriculum vitae.
Again.
Curriculum vitae. Curriculum vitae.
One more time.
Curriculum vitae. Curriculum vitae.
Okay, curriculum vitae. Okay? Hindi nyo na makakalimutan yan. Curriculum vitae o kaya curriculum vitae. Okay? So from now on, you say those words that way. Okay? Very important. Why? Because you can be evaluated based on how you communicate when you apply for work. Kasama yan sa evaluation. Okay? So, kaya kailangan alam na agad natin. Okay? Pero, pag yung interviewer ninyo or the human resource officer, the one in charge of recruitment, sinabi niya sa inyo, have you prepared your resume? Pag tinanong kayo ng ganyan, huwag niyong i-correct. Okay? Huwag niyo i-correct. Okay, alam niyo na kung bakit, 'di ba? Yes. So, the important thing is we know already. Okay? So, yan lang ha. Tapos we'll go into those other ways by which we can improve our communication skills because we found out that is one of the problems of certain applicants, no? Ayan, teka. What happened here? Okay, let me just Okay, I cannot share anymore. Host disabled participant screen sharing. Yeah. Miss Visame, naka-disable yung participant screen sharing. Miss Visame?
Yes, sir.
I have to go back to my previous screen kasi. Okay, and then now I'm clicking. Okay, thank you very much. Now I can go back. Thank you. Okay, so let's go back. Resume or curriculum vitae or curriculum vitae. No, that's how you're going to pronounce those words. Okay, fact number 1, HR managers or the human resource managers, they evaluate a profile in just 2.5 seconds. Okay, so some of you must already have prepared your resume. Nakapaghanda na ba kayo ng resume ninyo? Who among you? Give me a thumbs up kung nakapaghanda na kayo ng resume. Let me see. Sino na yung merong nakahanda ng resume? Thank you very much, Cypress, okay? Is it Cypress or Cypress? And then Mr. Limpangog already prepared your resume. So, ayan. So, kumusta? Ano itsura ng ating resume? Because, you know, sometimes when you apply for certain jobs, yung future employer ninyo may have received so many applications. Okay, ang dami niyang na-receive na resume. Yung last time kaming naglabas ng classified ad for a certain position, naka-receive kami ng 500 applications. Okay, so ang dami nun. Imposible isa-isahin namin yun, no? So we just look into them, bilisan lang, tingnan namin kung sino yung mga aplikante na yan. In a matter of 2.5 seconds, we should have a good look at that resume already. So kailangan you should grab the attention of your future employer. Okay? Grab their attention. How do you grab their attention? Do something about your resume. Dapat ayusin mo siya, tapos prepare it in such a way na maayos, maganda siyang tignan. Okay? Again, you should make a good impression. A good first impression dun sa ipe-present ninyo resume. Now, I'm going to show you a series of resume. Okay? Try to look into these series of resume and find out which one is going to grab your attention. Ano yung makukuha yung attention ninyo dito sa mga resume na ipapakita ko. Okay? So, get ready because I'm going to show you a series tapos I'll ask you, anong resume yung napansin nyo yung nakakagrab ng inyong attention? Let's have a look at them. Okay, so ayan yung ating mga resume, no? Tapos tingnan ko nga yung pangalan talaga niya, no? Okay, Cypress Kate Danyo. Okay, Cypress Kate Danyo. Anong resume yung nakuha yung attention mo? I'm throwing that question to Cypress Kate Danyo. Sige, tingnan natin. Unmute your microphone. Ano yung napansin mo sa mga resume na lumabas kanina? Yung series of yung lumabas na iba't ibang resume. Which one grabbed your attention?
Madami pong laman, sir.
Ano yung napansin mo dun sa resume na which grabbed your attention? Which one grabbed your attention? Okay, i-present ko ulit Okay, you have to make your resume count. So ano yung napansin mo, Cypress?
Simple lang po, sir.
Yung alin?
Simple.
Yung simple. Yun ang napansin mo.
Simple, tsaka madami pong laman.
Yung iba maraming laman, yung iba maraming simple. Pero what we're trying to drive at here is you have to grab the attention of the one who's looking into your resume. Okay? Kung meron, di ko alam kung may napansin ka, meron dyan parang may mga pearls. Okay? Yung isa naman parang meron siyang glass. Tapos meron siyang something. No, okay, so try to come up with ways by which you can grab the attention of your employer or of your future employer, di ba? Okay, so actually, when I looked at I'll show you a resume later na simple lang siya pero it can grab your attention. Okay, but then let's look first into what should it contain. Okay, so first things first, define muna natin ano yung resume. Ano yung difference ng resume dun sa curriculum vitae or curriculum vitae? Okay, ang resume is a precise one-page profile that highlights your skills and achievements. Yun ang resume. Okay? So, as compared to a curriculum vitae, okay, a curriculum vitae or curriculum vitae is a list of achievements, ideally 2 pages or more, that includes everything classified as work outside home. Okay? So, kaya mahaba siya. I will show you what these 2 documents can contain, no? Unahin natin yung sa resume, no? Appropriate information, of course, shall be placed on a resume. This is hardly a resume. Hindi pwedeng ganito resume mo. Yo, I be 20-year-old trying to make it in this rap game, but this world doesn't love no one. So you need the money to make things happen. I mean, I'm posting this resume looking for that work. I have lots of skills that can succeed your company. You feel me, niggas? Hindi resume yan. Okay? Appropriate information should be placed on your resume. Example, photos, no? Anong photos ang kailangang laman ng iyong resume? Now, alam mo na kung ano yung tamang photos na gagamitin, di ba? Now, hindi pwedeng meron kang inappropriate expression sa iyong photo na gagamitin. Tapos, wag mo nang gamitin, wag mo nang ilagay yung sa resume mo, yung picture mo nung graduation. Okay? Hindi kailangan yan. Hindi mo pwedeng, wag mong ilagay dyan yung picture mo na nakatoga. Okay, wag mo ilagay yan. Wag kang maglagay ng picture na para kang lilipad. Okay, tapos may, yun nga, appropriate expressions na ganyan. Masyado kang groovy. Okay? And so, what they want, what your future employer wants is a photo of you of how you will look like at work. Anong itsura mo sa trabaho? Hindi ka naman gagamit ng pakpak, di ba? Okay, tapos hindi ka naman nakatoga sa trabaho. So, ano may itsura mo pag ikaw nagtrabaho? So, yun ang gusto nilang makitang photo. And a warning dun sa mga magagamit ng photo, because believe it or not, hindi required na maglagay ng photo sa resume. Hindi required yon. Okay? You cannot be evaluated based on the way you look. Kaya ngayon, optional na ngayon ang photo. Pero if you're going to make use of a photo, warning, huwag kayong magkukuha ng picture at lalagay nyo sa resume ninyo na meron kayong beauty setting na 10. 'Di ba? Yung ating mga camera may mga setting 'yan para magmukha kang kamukha ni Catriona Gray, magmukha kang kamukha ni Tom Cruise. Don't do that. Why? Because there is always the element of expectation. 'Di ba? Minsan yung interviewer nag-expect na alam ko maganda tong tong aking interviewin, or ang gwapo nitong interviewin ko eh. Pagkatapos bilang eto na, pinapunta ka for a personal interview tapos iba pala itsura mo. Okay, so yung mga pekas sa mukha natin, that is part of you. Okay, so yeah, ipakita mo yan sa photo na kukunin. Huwag mong i-photoshop. Okay, hindi kailangan yan. Okay, so be very careful with the photos that you will send kasi as I've said, there can be the element of expectation from the interviewer. Kaya yon, Wag nating bigyan ng masyadong mataas na expectation yung interviewer. Next, what are the other appropriate information that you should place there? Personal information, your name. Okay, have you already checked your name? Tama ba yung pangalan mo? Kasi merong mga tao na hindi nila alam na yung pangalan pala nila, babae siya, meron pala siyang Maria at the start of her name. Yung iba may junior pala, okay, at the end of their name. Have you checked your name? Yung ba yung pangalan na nakalagay talaga sa birth certificate mo? Okay, so check first, ha? Kasi you may have to go through some legal documents. You may have to produce some legal documents to prove that Maria Concepcion is the same as Concepcion de la Cruz. Okay? May mga ganun pa yan na nangyari. Kaya be very, just ensure that the name you are using is the name that is on your birth certificate. Okay? Mobile number, telephone number, wag mo ilagay yung telephone number ng kapitbahay nyo. Okay? So ilagay mo dyan yung talagang telephone mo, yung talagang matatawagan ka right away. Ha? Hindi pwedeng tatawagin ka pa kasi ganito, ganyan. So put that mobile number wherein you can really be contacted right away. And then email address. Yes, sa email address, gumamit kayo ng email address na nakalagay yung pangalan ninyo. Huwag kayong gumamit ng email address na cryptic. Anong ibig sabihin ng cryptic email addresses? Katulad ng email address na 0xvwhh, mga ganong cryptic email addresses, no? Wag ding gumamit ng email address na halimbawa for a girl, hindi pwede ang email address mo hotmama@gmail.com. Okay, dahil libre naman ang email address, 'di ba? Libre naman gumawa niyan eh. So, gamitin mo yung pangalan mo. Halimbawa, raymartbook254@gmail.com. Pwede 'yan. Ha? So, make use of your name, yung talagang pangalan mo sa yung email address. And then yung address, wag niyong ilagay Palompon Leyte. Okay? Kasi questionable yan. Ilagay niyo yung number ng bahay niyo, yung street ninyo, kasi dapat may street yan. Okay? May block yan or something. Put the complete, para hindi questionable. Put the complete address there. Okay? And then, what else? What other important information should you put there? The skills, the qualification. When you include there, if you're going to include there your skills, the skills that you have developed, you have a skill in word processing, skill in word processing. Huwag mong ilagay MS Word. A skill in using spreadsheet applications, wag mong ilagay MS Excel. Skill in presentation software, wag mong ilagay MS PowerPoint. Or a skill in using creative software, wag mong ilagay Adobe Photoshop. Okay, kasi parang pinopromote mo yung kumpanya ng Adobe, ng Microsoft, okay? So you should also learn na iyan ay word processing, spreadsheet applications, presentation software, they are creative software. These are the generic terms for those applications, no? Okay, so dapat alam mo kung ilalagay mo dyan na qualifications, no? And then what else? Skills or qualifications, education. And college or university, obviously, it's Palompon Institute of Technology. Your general weighted average, kung mataas yan, ilagay mo. Okay, wag kang pa-humble effect. Okay, remember you are selling yourself to your employer. Kung ang general weighted average mo ay 1.25, ilagay mo 1.25. Okay? Tapos pag medyo mababa, wag mo na ilagay. 'Di ba? Pag medyo mababa yung GWA mo. Tapos college program, what is the college program that you finished, no? Anong college program ang natapos mo? So, Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, in Industrial Engineering, in Mechanical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology, what did you major in? Okay? Dun sa nag-take ng Industrial Technology, anong ilalagay nyo sa inyong college program? Patingin nga, okay? Let me just check chat box. Okay. Patingin ng mga pangalan ninyo. Okay, pangalan ninyo? Pangalan ng inyong college program. What college program did you finish? Can you type that on your chat boxes? Okay, for the IT kasi sinabi ko na yung sa industrial electrical and mechanical engineer. Okay, dun sa information technology, wala naman kayong specializations or focuses or major, right? Okay, so what are you going to write? Dun sa magtatapos ng industrial technology. Let me see. What college program are you going to indicate on your resume or your curriculum vitae? Patingin. I'm waiting sa chat box. Patingin. And then, tingnan natin. Okay. Chat lang. I-chat ninyo yung natapos ninyo. Dapat alam nyo kung anong college program ang natapos ninyo. You must know. Diba? Let me see. Okay. Yan lang lalagay mo, welding and fabrication technology. You must have finished something. Okay, sige. Kailangan yung kompleto. What are you going to write there? Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology, major in electrical. It should be electrical technology. Okay, electrical technology. Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology, major in electrical technology. Ayan, medyo hindi lang kasi kompleto yung nakalagay doon sa natin sa ating website pero it should be electrical technology. How about the others? Bachelor of Industrial Technology, major in food and beverage preparation and service management. Very good. Okay, how about the others? Patingin. Okay, major in welding and fabrication technology. Okay, industrial technology, major in mechanical technology, etc. Okay, yan, tama, correct. Ito yung mga college program that you should be putting there, ha? Kompletohin ninyo kasi nakakita ko ng mga nag-a-apply sa amin, parang hindi pa kompleto yung ilalagay. Okay, ano ba naman? Major in power plant technology. Okay, major in power plant technology. Lagyan mo ng technology yan, anak, ha? Ayan. Tapos yun sa food science yan eh. Okay? Tapos baka meron kayong ibang term na ginagamit katulad na nakita ko kanina, food and beverage preparation and service management. Tanungin niyo yung kompletong pangalan, ha? Nung inyong college program, dapat kompleto yan at tama. Because your employer would like to know, do you know what you got yourself into? Okay, and then, yes, automotive what? Major in automotive. Automotive kasi is an adjective. Automotive, technology ba yan? Pwede yun, di ba? Automotive technology. Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology. Uppercase ang S, ha? Sa science. Okay? Uppercase ang S. Huwag niyong kakalimutan. Sabi ko na sa inyo yung pagiging detail-oriented eh. Kaya ilalagay niyo, aayusin niyo, ilalagay ninyo yung mga college program dyan na natapos ninyo. Be detail-oriented from now on. No? Yung uppercase, lowercase. Alam niyo tinatawag ninyo na capital? Hindi po capital yan. Uppercase. Uppercase or lowercase. You should already understand that. Ha? Na mag-graduate na kayo eh. Okay, so yan. Anyway, so major in mechanical technology, you're right. Bachelor of Industrial Technology, electrical technology, yes. Ang daming electrical technology, no? Okay, so you already got a good idea, no? And then Bachelor of Science in major in, yes, electronic technology. Okay, is it electronic technology or electronics technology? I-verify ninyo sa inyong dean, ha? Huh? Okay, kay Dean Romel. Oh, it's our Dean. Okay, dapat naayos yan ha. And then, so yan. See, I'm just being detail-oriented because I need to coach you on how you're going to prepare your resume well. And then work experience. Okay, tingnan natin yung major in fashion and apparel. Baka merong missing word dyan ha. Fashion and apparel. So, tapos may space dapat yung between the word in and fashion. See? Mabutin lang pinag-type ko kayo ng mga college program na ilalagay niyo sa resume. Work experience, okay? Ito ngayon ang work experience. Now, for some of you, meron na kayong work experience. Nagtrabaho na talaga kayo. Pero some of you, yun nga, wala, bago pa lang. Wala pa kayong experiences. Now, paano yon? Maybe some of you are going to ask me later, Sir, paano kami wala pa kaming work experience? Don't worry about it. Okay? May mga companies that are looking for employees na wala pa talagang work experience. Okay? In short, hindi pa sila nagtatrabaho talaga. Meron mga companies na ganyan. In fact, there was a time na may nakita akong classified ad. Alam niyo nakalagay sa classified ad, wanted virgins. Wanted virgins? Ano yun? Okay, yung pala ayaw nilang tumanggap ng isang empleyado na may work experience. Okay, kakaibang experience naman, di ba? Kaiba na wala pang work experience kasi, you know why? There are companies like that. It's like this. Kahit kami na-experience namin yan sa aming organization which is Guidance NGO. Minsan may nag-a-apply natanggap siya sa trabaho. Kaso, nung natanggap siya sa trabaho, ang dami niyang maling natutunan sa previous employment niya. Abay, hirap na hirap kaming tanggalin yung mga maling natutunan niya dun sa previous employment niya. Halimbawa, meron kaming natanggap na isang the word education, no? Yung education, the way this employee would pronounce it is education. Education. Then we would correct her education. Education. Education sabi Okay? Doon pa lang makikita mo na ang hirap tanggalin kasi nga nakasanayan na nila yun So, doble trabaho kami in training the person. Okay, how to communicate well. Kaya that is one good reason bakit may mga companies na ang gusto nila virgins. Okay, wala pang work experience. Kasi nga doble trabaho yung i-unlearn mo pa, i-unlearn pa niya yung kanyang maling natutunan in a previous employment. Okay? So may mga ganyan tayo. But then, if you have work experience already, paano mo i-enumerate yan sa iyong resume? Start with the latest. Okay? Halimbawa, nagtrabaho ka hanggang 2022. Ang i-mention mo muna yung 2022. Tapos go back. 2021, tapos anong trabaho ng 2020, o kaya 2019, 2018, 2017, pabalik. Okay, so unahin mo yung latest. That's how you enumerate your work experiences. And yan, kaya yung sa wala pang experience, don't worry about it. That's not a problem. Nowadays, maraming employers ang gusto nila fresh graduate. Okay, graduate hindi graduate. Okay, so that's another thing that you may have to unlearn if you've been saying graduate. Graduate ako, hindi ako graduate. Okay, and then so there. Those are the appropriate information. Ulitin ko lang appropriate information that you should be putting in your resume. Okay, the correct photos, wag i-Photoshop. Tapos, yung generic terms of those skills that you have already developed, your qualifications like word processing, spreadsheet, presentation software, or application and creative software. And then, yung name mo, dapat sigurado ka kung yun talaga pangalan mo sa birth certificate, as well as your mobile number, telephone number na talagang matatawagan ka right away. Email address, dapat ayusin mo, lagay mo yung pangalan mo doon. O gamitin mo complete name mo sa email address as well as a complete address. And then, your grade, yung general weighted average mo, ilagay mo sa iyong resume. Okay, so don't be pa-humble effect ka. You have to sell yourself. Palampon Institute of Technology and the complete name of the college program that you have finished. Okay? And then, what else? Work experiences, trainings. Okay lang kahit walang work experience. Just don't invent anything kung wala ka pang work experience. And then, when you have work experiences, start from the latest, then move backwards. Okay? And then, so those are the things that you should be putting in your resume. Yun lang. Okay? Now, a curriculum vitae differs from a resume since aside from the contact information, aside from those, ito yung pwede mong ilagay. Birthday, gender, pwede mong ilagay yan. Pwede mong ilagay itong mga to, pero hindi siya required. Hindi mo kailangang ilagay ang age. Hindi mo kailangang ilagay ang religion. Okay? Sa age, meron tayong tinatawag na Republic Act 10911, the Anti-Age Discrimination Law. Hindi pwedeng na-discriminate ka dahil you're 30 years old already, medyo na late ka nang magtapos ng kolehiyo, okay lang yan. No problem with that. It should not be taken as a reason for you not to get accepted for employment. And then, kahit anong religion mo or ethnicity mo, it should not be taken as a reason for you not to be accepted for a job, because there's the Senate Bill 2814, the Anti-Ethnic or Racial Profiling and Discrimination Act of 2011. So those are laws that should protect your ethnicity, your religious background, as well as your age. Okay? So that's something that we should be happy about. So hindi mo na kailangan ilagay yan sa iyong resume or curriculum, sa iyong curriculum vitae. Ha? Educational background. Ilagay mo sa iyong curriculum vitae saan ka nag-preschool, saan ka nag-elementary school, nag-high school. So pati yun kasama. Okay? Na hindi mo na ilinalagay yon sa iyong resume. Sa resume, ang kailangan lang talaga dyan, ang required lang talaga dyan, yung college or university where you finish your college program. Okay, pero sa curriculum vitae, kasama pa siya. What else do we have? Okay, scholastic work and publication, published papers and articles are enumerated. Meron ba kayong school newspaper or school magazine? Did you contribute articles in that school newspaper or school magazine? If include mo yan, because that will boost your application as well. Okay? So yan. And then what else should you include sa curriculum vitae? The trainings that you have attended. Kaya every time na may training kayo, kailangan humihingi kayo ng certificate. Okay? Company name, contact details, duration of training, explain the training that you have undergone, kasi again, those trainings will boost your application. And then what else? References. Sa resume, pwede mong ilagay ito. References will be provided upon request. Okay, pero sa curriculum vitae, talagang ilalagay mo talaga yung references mo. Now, one thing about references, hindi pwedeng puro boss ang ilalagay mo sa reference mo. Hindi pwedeng yung professor mo, yung dean ng college mo, lahat, si Dean Romy lang ilalagay mo. Hindi puro boss. Pwedeng ilagay mo yung ka-level mo, your peers, no? That can also be your reference. And even if you, yung taong sinusupervise mo, pwede mong ilagay yon. Why do employers want those references? Because your future employer would like to know you as a superior, as a peer, or a subordinate. Okay, gusto niya makita yung gusto niya makabuo ng three-dimensional view or idea of how you are as a superior, as a peer, or as a subordinate. Okay, so yung references, wag mo ilagay puro boss yung lalagay mo. Parang hindi masyadong hindi masyadong comprehensive yung ma-develop na idea ng iyong future employer about you. Okay? So those are the things that you should put in your curriculum vitae. Okay? Organizations, positions held, if any. Are you a member of a certain organization? Ilagay mo yan. Anong position ang hinawakan mo sa organization na yon? Duration of your membership in that organization. Ilagay mo rin yan. So, di ba? Sometimes, meron tayong mga organizations na sinasalian, like a mountaineering organization or an entrepreneur society, whatever, or a readers club or something. So ilagay mo yan sa iyong curriculum vitae. Okay, so in your resume or on your curriculum vitae, be aware of all of those information that you should put there. Okay, your contact information, the objective education experience, honors, and activities. Now, one of the things that you should put there is yung education. Now, I want you to come up with an objective. Okay, as you apply for a certain job, if you're going to apply for a job as an encoder, as a programmer, if you're going to apply for a job as an electrical engineer, an industrial engineer, a mechanical engineer, a cadet engineer, okay, or a mechanic, a technician, you must have a good objective. So you have to come up with a good objective. Why are you applying for that job? Ngayon, pakitype nga sa chat box yung objective mo, why you want to work. I want to see your objective. Okay, why you want. So, you have to come up with a good objective. Kailangan maayos yan. Sa objective pa lang, dapat makuha mo na yung attention ng iyong future employer. What is your objective? Kailangan meron kang statement of objective, why you want to apply for that job. I want to see that. I-type ninyo. I-compose na ninyo ngayon. Okay, think about it now. And then, when you're ready, type your objectives on the chat box. Okay, so just continue doing. Resume varies among job applications. No, iba't iba yung mga resume ngayon. Aside from a document that you are preparing, you can also have a digital resume. Okay, a digital resume. What is a digital or a video resume? Pwede rin yan. Okay, but then let me give you an example or show an example of a digital resume. Okay, so I'm going to show you the digital resume of Jason Baker. Okay, he's from the US and he came up with something like this. Especially for those graduating from information technology, you must have ideas about certain creative software, right? Okay, so sana you can also create something like this because you can also be applying for the job of somebody who's going to become a graphic artist because you have training on that as well. Okay, so let us have a look at some of these, at one of these rather digital resumes. Here it is. Interesting, di ba? Okay, ang galing, di ba? You may want to come up with a digital resume also. Kasi that's another way of impressing your future employer. Okay, here's one good objective, no? I can read some good objectives here. Number one, to acknowledge my learning and to share what I've learned in school. Okay, what I've learned in school. To secure a responsible career opportunity to fully utilize my training skills while making a significant contribution to the success of the company. I offer my service to be a part. Okay, pwede mo nang tanggalin yung I offer my service to be part of your company. Pwede mo nang tanggalin yung part na yung last sentence na yon. You may remove that. Kasi that's going to be a redundancy. And that is the reason you're applying for work, di ba? Okay, here's another one. Another objective, to build a long-term career that would suit my knowledge. That would suit your knowledge. Palitan mo to, anak, ha? That would suit my knowledge. To build, baka ibig sabihin, suited to my knowledge. Okay? Pero it is something pa illogical itong that would suit my knowledge. Okay, suitable to the knowledge I have acquired. Okay, skills and training with the opportunities for career growth. To build a long-term career business. There's something missing here. Skills and training with the opportunities for and acquire and develop skills and go through training. Those are two different nouns that you should qualify. To build a long-term career uh, that suits the knowledge I have acquired, develop skills, and undergo training for career growth. That'll do it. To use my capability as a mechanical engineer and a safety officer in the best possible way of achieving the company's goals. And to work safe. Mali ito ha, to work safety. Mali siya. Hindi pwedeng noun. To work what? To work safety. Okay? Tanggalin mo yon. Pakipalitan yung to work safety. That is wrong. Ipa-check nyo na objective nyo sa akin ngayon. To secure a challenging position in a reputable organization and expand my... Okay. Don't try to... Ang daming to secure a challenging position in a reputable organization to expand my learnings, knowledge, and skills. Tapos period. Okay. To secure a challenging position in a reputable organization that will help expand my learning, that will help expand my knowledge and skills. Okay. That will help further my knowledge and skills. Yon. Hindi expand my learning. That's a wrong verb. Okay, to use dun sa learning, expand my learning, wrong verb. Okay, and then make use of another word, secure a responsible career opportunity to fully utilize my training and skills while making a significant contribution, isa lang, while making significant contributions to the success of the company. Okay, watch out for that, huh? Roy Desipolo, while making significant contributions to the success of the company. Wag isa lang. Okay? Okay, and then to develop and improve my skill and to apply. Okay. Pagka gumamit ka ng word na to, okay, this is what we call infinitives. Okay? To, and then the following word is a verb. To apply, dapat simple present tense yung verb. To apply, to work, to read, to drink, to generate. Yan. Ha? Hindi pwedeng past tense yung verb na susunod. To develop and improve my skills and to apply my work experiences to be a good employer in a company. Okay. Try to come up with ways by which tatanggalin mo yung ang daming to, nakatatlong to ako in that single sentence. Okay, tapos uppercase ang letter T, to develop and improve my skills and apply and to apply my work experiences to be a good employer in a company. So, try to come up with a sentence na walang ganong kadaming to. Okay, and then let's go to another one. Obtain a position that will enable me to use my knowledge and skills and to be a part of company success. Medyo it's dry. Dry ito, no? It's not catching my attention at all. It's a little dry. Okay, so try to make use of some strong words in your objective, huh? Harry, Tasan. Okay, try to make use of stronger words in your objective kasi dry. Okay, how about this one, huh? Don't be offended if I'm making those comments. No, I just want you to come up with a good resume, with a good document that will increase your chances of getting employed. Okay, objective, to be able to find a job wherein I can utilize my skills and knowledge and further enhance them to contribute to my development as a person and to be able of a team. Mali ito, and to be able of a team whose development I can contribute as a part of the company. Okay, so rephrase that. There's something wrong with that. To be able to what? Okay, hindi pwede to be able of a team. Okay, so it's good that we are learning from this, diba? Okay, that's something that we should be happy about. Okay, there's another one here, seeking an entry-level position to begin my career in a high-level professional environment. I like that. And to look for a responsible position to gain practical experiences. Okay, and to look for a responsible, there is no such a thing as a responsible position. Okay, wala po tayong responsible position. Baka naman responsive. ito, hindi siya responsible. And to assume, okay, you may want seeking an entry level position to begin my career in a high level professional environment, and to seek and to assume a responsive position while gaining practical experiences in furthering my career. Mga tipong ganyan, ha? Okay, pero I like the first few lines that you wrote here. The first the phrase, no, yung unang phrase na ginamit mo. Okay, or clause. And to gain a relevant knowledge and skills in a real world setting to complement those I've studied in school, to complement those, complementing those I've learned. I've learned in school. Wag lang studied. Natutunan mo sa eskwelahan. In return, I pledge to be a valuable asset. Okay, this is not a pledge statement. Okay, this is just a statement of objective. Okay, so why are you applying for that position? What is your objective? No, wag ka muna mag-pledge. Okay, in return, I pledge to be a valuable asset to your company throughout the duration of my working period. If you copied these from Google University, okay, ipacheck nyo mabuti ha sa inyong mga mentors kasi ang daming maling objective dyan. Okay? Na kinokopya ng mga estudyante, nakakatawa ng yung mga objective. Doon pa lang pagka tinignan na, ay nako, ano ba to? Kinopya sa Google University, pagkatapos may mali-mali pa. To learn more about the industry and gain first-hand experience about the responsibilities and requirements of the company. Being a quick learner, I wish to develop more rounded skill set. Being a quick learner, I wish to develop a more rounded skill set and improve my job capabilities. You may want to change more rounded. Practical is something more applicable kasi walang more rounded skill set. Yes, it's illogical. And then here's another one. Objective, to utilize my expertise in the field of electrical technology and implement my innovative ideas toward the areas, tanggalin mo na yung my, ha? And implement innovative ideas towards the area of specialization. Walang, ang innovative yan, hindi yan innovative. Invento ng Pinoy yan. Okay, and then here's another. I want to become a part of your wag reputed, okay? Reputable organization, ha? Kasi reputed, it's a verb, no? A verb cannot modify a noun. You say a reputable organization where I can get the chance to work as an industrial engineer with full focus and self-confidence. I have many years of experience as well as knowledge of basic engineering principles, looking for the job opportunity as an industrial engineer to develop my career in the field of tanggalin mo na yon. You can end with of basic engineering principles. And hanapan mo ng way na mai-include mo ito doon sa iyong objective, total quality management. Okay? For the industrial engineers, include those words. Okay, saan mo isasama yung total quality management? Okay, kasi pinag-aralan nyo yan. Kaya dapat assured yung iyong future employer na alam mo yung ina-applyan mong trabaho. To be able to take part in an organization that provides an opportunity in molding and enhancing the knowledge, skills, and abilities of potential employees, potential employees, and personal growth will be recognized. Where personal growth will be recognized and valued. Hindi po and where personal growth or lagay mo to, where professional as well as personal growth will be recognized and valued. Okay? Wag lang personal, pati syempre yung professional growth mo. Okay? And to solve another one, to solve problems in a creative and effective manner in a challenging position for the key of success of the company. There's something wrong with that. No, there's a grammar error. So, correct yan. Pa-check mo mabuti sa inyong English teacher and makikita niya agad yung mali. Okay, so wag kayong basta maglalagay ng objective sa inyong mga resumes at mga curriculum vitae, ha? There can be something wrong with it. The mere fact na hindi mo nakita yung mali sa objective statement mo, that can be taken against you. See? Okay, kasi ikaw mismo nag-prepare niyan eh. 'Di ba? Tapos baka mamaya isipin pa ng inyong future employer, kinopya mo lang yan sa sa Google University eh. Seeking an. Okay. Use the correct article, huh? We have 3 articles in English, a and the. You seeking an opportunity where I will be able to utilize my skills, knowledge, educational background, knowledge and educational background, that's redundant, and ability to work well with people, which will allow me to grow personally and professionally. Okay, although yung knowledge sa aking educational background, that's redundant. Okay, encapsulate it into one word. Yes, and then to secure a challenging position in a reputable organization to expand my learnings, knowledge, and skills. Learnings and knowledge. Okay, dapat isang word lang yan. To acquire new expertise and make the company more competitive. That is so masyadong maikli to, Arnel, ha? To acquire new expertise, to acquire expertise, to be an expert, maybe that's what you want to say, to be an expert in a career which something kasi this is too short and masyado maikli yan. Okay, and then let's have a look at this. To acquire valuable knowledge and skills in a real world setting, supplementing those that I have learned in school. In exchange, wag kayo maglagay ng ganyan. In exchange, I promise. Okay, parang it's an expression of a pledge already eh. You're just stating an objective. Palitan mo tong in exchange, I promise to be a valuable asset to your company for the duration of my employment. Remove that. That cannot be an objective. Huh? And then employ and enhance, ang dami. Okay, pakisubmit nga sa akin itong mga objectives na ito. There's something wrong with them. We cannot have some of these objectives on your resume. Okay, baka yan pa yung maging rason para kayo ay hindi matanggap sa trabaho. Okay, so yeah, I hope I'll be given that para makorek natin. Okay, Ma'am Visa May, is that possible? As you can see, di ba? Sir Jeriel, is that possible that I be provided with these objectives para ma-correct?
Yes, sir.
Oo, kasi baka maging rason to para, hindi maging strong yung kanilang applications. Okay, and then, meron na naman. May nag-annotate na naman sa screen ko. Okay, teka, buburahin ko lang, ha?
Guys, kindly stop using the annotation because it will show in the speakers.
Baka hindi siya masyado pamilya. Akala ko ano lang yun, Maybe some of you are experimenting on it, no? Ayan, pagka nag-annotate kayo, lalabas yun din sa screen talaga. Nakikita nyo naman. Anyway, let's move on. No? Always prepare pertinent documents, okay? NBI clearance. Bakit kailangan ng NBI clearance? Okay? Somebody can you respond to that question? Ba't kailangan ng NBI clearance? Kasi, let me see. Why do you need an NBI clearance? Because bakit kailangan ng NBI clearance? Why do you need that document? Because para mahibaw ang kung naabay criminal record. Exactly. No? I cannot understand why, but I think I know what you're trying to say. No, Ma'am Visa May, can you translate that para masigurado tayo? Yung nasa chat box.
Para malaman daw po kung meron bang criminal record.
That's how I understood it. Thank you very much, Ma'am Visame, no? So kasi hindi pwede kayo ma-employ if you have a criminal record, no? So ayan, syempre we want to also be safe working in a certain environment, a professional environment. Diba? Diploma and transcript of records. I was informed about this already. I was informed na after you being cleared of by the university, you need to get clearance before you can get your diploma and your transcript of records. Clearance from what? Halimbawa, mayroon kang hiniram na equipment. Halimbawa, may hiniram ka sa library. Okay, anything that you've borrowed from the school or kung meron kang financial obligations sa eskwelahan, you have to settle them first before you can be cleared by the college. No, sorry, I said university. By the college or by the institution. So kailangan ma-clear ka muna pagkatapos 2 days after, you can get your diploma and your transcript of records. Okay? SSS, PhilHealth Medical Certificate. Of course, why do you need that? Because baka mamaya somebody's suffering from a certain illness. You don't want to be in a professional work environment na somebody's suffering from a certain illness, right? Right? Kaya those are required, no? And then what else? The interview. Let's proceed na sa interview. Ito na tayo. Pero okay itong mga they have submitted. I'm sure many of you submitted your objectives. What's the difference between objective and personal statement, sir? Okay, is it okay to use personal statement instead of objective? Kasi nakalagay doon objective 'di ba? Why do you need a personal statement? Your future employer shall ask for them your personal statement, no? Ngayon, if you're going to submit a personal statement, that should be in the form of an application. Okay, that should be in the form of a prose. Some employers may ask you to submit them. Doon mo ilalagay yung personal statement mo. Okay, pero this is a resume. You have to indicate your objective, work objective. Why are you applying for that job? Okay, so ang personal statements are usually included in an application letter, which is usually in the form of a prose, which is talagang letter siya. You're applying for a certain job, and doon mo ilagay yung personal statement mo. Okay, so that I hope that addresses your query. Okay, let's move on to the interview. Okay, interview portion na tayo. Okay, so sa interview, dalawang klaseng interview Pwedeng personal interview, pwedeng online interview. How will you prepare yourself? Okay, syempre alam niyo na yung dapat nyong gamitin. Kahit online yan, you wear the right clothing. Ha? And alam niyo na yung tamang clothing. Pagka kahit online, personal, you know what I mean. Yung nasa left, those are the correct clothing that you should be wearing. Hindi yung nasa kanan. And then, yung nasa left, ito yung correct, no? For ladies, try, avoid din yung mga open toes na footwear. Avoid natin yan. Kasi minsan yung pedicure, it can be very distracting Yeah. Lalo na kaya try to make use of yung mga closed toes na footwear. Huwag yung open toes footwear. And then, what else do we have? Okay, how to present yourself. Dapat tama ang buhok mo, ayusin mo. Unless you are applying in a creative company, such as an advertising agency. Alam niyo ba, there was a time na nag-apply ng trabaho. Nung nag-apply siya ng trabaho, alam niyo, suit niya, a diverse suit. A diverse suit. Okay. Tapos nakuha niya attention ng lahat. Ayun, pasok siya in advertising agency to Okay. So kakaiba naman yung kanya ina-applyan, di ba? Okay. So there, and then there's yung boys, no? So dapat nag-shave kayo, naka-shave kayo pagkatapos. Yung mga unnecessary facial hair, okay? Try to get rid of them. And then also yung mga tutsang, nose hair, be conscious of them. Dapat at this age, alam na natin yung proper grooming. Ha? And then when you wear perfume, huwag kayong gagamit ng masangsang sa ilong. Masakit sa ilong na mga perfume, no? try to wear yung mga safe na lemon-scented cologne. Okay, avoid yung mga perfume na strong perfume, yung mga kakaiba yung scent like Christian Dior's Poisson. Okay, avoid that. Sabi nga nila, hindi baling mag-amoy air freshener ka. Huwag ka lang mag-amoy bygone. Okay. So, and then, lalo na kapag alimba siya, syempre kapag personal interview yan. Ayan. And then, remember that 80% of the first impression is visual and formed in the first 2 minutes of meeting you. Now, wala ako dyan, di ba? Wala ako sa Leyte. We are online. So, this is what we're going to do. I need to develop a good impression of you online while looking at you. Now, what are we going to do now? We're going to find out how you're going to present yourself. So, ibig sabihin, you have to turn on your camera. Turn on your cameras now. Okay, everybody, I want to see how you're going to look. Okay, Francis, teka, hanapin ko yung kumpletong pangalan ng sa participants. Francis Charlie Polinio. Okay, ayan. Yung cellphone mo, nakaganito, nakataas ng gano'n. Kaya ang nakikita niya, yung ceiling. Pwede mo bang i-ganito? Instead, yan! Exactly. Sige pa. Yung nakaganon siya. Imbis na nakaganito, pag ganon, yung cellphone mo. Para talagang harap sa'yo. Ayan. Okay? That's better. See? Better. Thank you, Franz. Kaya lang, you may want to position yourself somewhere, when you subject yourself to an online interview tapos make sure that there's enough space at the top of your head, there's enough space. Okay? Nakadikit na sa screen. Raymart Book. Napapansin mo, yung ulo mo nakadikit na dun sa edge of your screen. Now, yan. Tama yung adjustment. Sino bang nakalimot na naman ng Mr. Limpangog? Okay. Rolando. Okay, there's too much space above your head. There's too much space. Masyadong malaki yung space. Bawasan mo. Okay, if you're making use of a cellphone, ibaba mo siya. Okay, ibaba mo siya. Ibaba mo. Tapos, wag nakaganito. Dapat, diretso lang siyang ganun. So, ganun siya. Wag ganyan. Kasi makikita niya sa taas. Di ba? Okay. Isentro mo yung sarili mo. Rolando, isentro mo. Sige pa. Sige pa. I-move mo pa. I-move mo pa. Papunta doon. Kabilang side. Again. More. A little more. A little more. Konti pa. Yan! Okay? So that's what we mean. And then, Olor Vida, there's too much space above your head. Olor Vida, there's too much space. Ayan! Ayan, that's right. Now you're making adjustments. And then, sino to si BS Int? BS Int. Electrical. Okay. John Lloyd. John Lloyd. Hello, John Lloyd. Ikaw yan, August John Lloyd, no? Masyado kang nakataas, nakagano, no? Nakikita ko yung ceiling. Yan. Iganon mo siya. Tama. Yan. Tapos did you notice, John Lloyd, na masyadong maliwanag yung nasa likod mo? It's too bright. Diba? Try to position yourself. Umalis siya bigla. Where did you go? Okay.
Sarado na kumpultan sa...
Okay. Yan. Baka nga nabuwisit siya. Alis na nga ako. Okay. Hindi pwede ha. You're going through an online interview. Okay. Sino pa? Steven, medyo masyadong malapit ka sa camera. Medyo layo ka ng konti. Steven. Yan. Okay. And then Sheila, masyadong malaki yung space sa taas. I-adjust mo. Sheila May, masyadong malaki yung space. Yan. I-adjust mo siya. I-adjust mo siya. Parang ganito. If you're using a cellphone kasi, masyadong ibaba ninyo, itapat ninyo yung camera sa mukha ninyo. Yan. Tapos medyo hanggang sa makita mo na ano na, okay na. Okay. Noy Nay. Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. Kaya lang, is there a way for you para yung camera medyo iganon mo siya? Kasi nakaganito eh. Pwede mong iganon. Yan o. Instead na nakaganyan, iganon ninyo para hindi siya masyadong nakakakita dun sa taas. Okay? Because it can be distracting kasi. And J.Ann Labesto, bawasan mo yung space sa taas. Ibaba mo. Yung kung cellphone yan, ibaba mo. Yan. Ibaba mo pa. Konti pa. Medyo yan. Okay? Ganyan. Tapos, Tumam. I'll look at your name. Tumam. Tumamak Gemther. Okay? Gemther. Yeah? Ay, nawala ka Gemther. Saan ka napunta? Ayan. Okay, Gemther, the same thing with, kasi nakaganito ka eh, nakaganyan ka oh, iganon mo siya.
Yan, sir.
Meron pang space sa taas, bawasan mo. Yan. Okay, tapos dumiretso ka, huwag ka nakaganyan. Kasi nakaganito ka, nakaganito ka. Ayan. Okay, let me see the others. Okay, tapos Jonalyn Bohol. Okay, medyo papwesto tayo sa isang lugar na medyo walang makikitang taong lumalakad sa likod mo. Ha? Okay. Okay lang ngayon kasi syempre hindi pa naman ito eh. Pero later, no, when you subject yourself, position yourself somewhere na wala ang nakikitang taong lumalakad sa likod mo. Ha? Ayan. Later na lang. Wag mong paalisin yung mga tao dyan. Okay? Later, pagka when you are subjected to an interview, Olorvida, ang laki pa rin ng space sa taas. The same thing with Cypress. Ang laki ng space kasi nakaka-distract eh. Yan. Adjust natin. And then, Ed Felfeli, nakikita ko yung inyong bubong. Okay? Kirsty, masyado kang malapit sa screen. Kirsty, layo ka ng konti. Ayan. Okay, layo. Okay. So, yan. And then, patingin ng iba. Okay. Jack Z. Okay. Masyado kang malayo sa camera. Jack Z. Jack Z Von. Yan. Lapit ka. Yan. That's right. Tama yan. Okay. And then, Tech for Arcan. Teka. Ita-type ko yung para makita ko yung pangalan. Arcan. Arcangela Estoras. Okay. The same thing with you, no? Medyo, kasi nakaganon yung cellphone mo. Nakaganito, oh. So, dapat iganon mo siya. Tapos, tapat yung mukha mo dyan. Okay. Tapos, itaas mo siya. Itaas mo yung cellphone. Itaas mo. Pero, ayan. Pero, tanggalin yung space sa taas. Okay, let me see the others para maayos. Reynan Soria, nakikita ko yung iyong ceiling. Interviewin ko yung iyong kisame. Reynan. Okay, bawasan mo yung space sa taas. Arcangela Estoras. Bawasan yung space sa taas. Ha? There's too much space. Yan, bawasan mo siya. This will make you conscious. Okay, Lestino. Perfect. Okay. Perfect yung kay Lestino. Nakikita niyo yung screen ni Lestino. Maganda. Tingnan niyo yung screen ni Lestino kasi she's making use of blur. Binablur niya yung background niya. So, ang nangyayari, mafocus ngayon yung attention ng tao sa kanya na nag-i-interviewer. Jomar Obando, perfect. Okay. Ano nangyari sa ano mo? Nabaligtad ka ano? Okay, patingin ng iba. How about the others? Let me see. Yung iba hindi naman nag-on ng camera. Paano? Ano ba kayo? Okay. Paano tayo matututo? Diba? Okay, patingin. Sige, ayaw nila. Bahala kayo. Okay. Ayan. Anyway, Graciel Andujar, medyo layo ka ng konti. Layo ng konti. Yan. Kinok-coach nga kayo eh. Joseph Elizardo, layo ng konti. Joseph, yan. Konti lang. Let me see. Bugtay, lapit ka ng konti. Yan. Okay. And then Marjon, yung angle ng phone, medyo nakaganon siya. Iganon mo siya. Nakaganito kasi. I-angle mo ganon. Tapos baba mo ng konti. Yan! Very good. That's what we want. Okay. Kaya lagyan mo ng konting space sa taas. Margin. Konti. Yan! Yes! Tama na yan. Okay. Beggy, bawasan mo ng yung sa taas. Space sa taas. Bawasan mo. Yan! Okay. Ayan. Kane, Enorasa. Kane, Enorasa. Very good. Okay. Di ba ang gandang tignan? Parang gumagawa tayo ng yearbook. Olorvida, bawasan ulit yung space sa taas, ha? Okay, the same thing with Cypress. Bumalik na naman yung space. Ayan. Cypress, bumabalik yung space. Bumabalik yung ano. Okay, so see, you look better now with that. So that's how you present yourself during the interview. Okay, Gonzaga, wag mo ipakita yung ano kisame, ha? Okay, Gonzaga, Gina Bell, what's happening? Naghanap ka ng magandang pwesto. Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of the preparation that you have to go through. Tumama, sobrang laki ng space sa taas. Sobrang laki ng space. Bawasan mo. Yan. That's it. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay na yan. So see, okay, visual kasi yung first 2 minutes of meeting you eh. Kaya dapat maayos agad yung presentation natin. Okay? So you are well placed dun sa, lalo na kung online yung ating interview. Okay, preparing yourself for an interview, arrive on time. Okay, arrive on time, wag masyadong maaga. Okay, hindi pwedeng 1 hour before a personal interview, nandun ka na, kakabahan yung interviewer. Okay, kasi meron, nagpe-prepare pa rin siya eh, nararush tuloy yung the interviewer does not want to be rushed. Okay lang yung 10 minutes kapag personal interview. Kapag online interview, okay lang yung 5 minutes na mag-login ka. Naka-login ka na within 5 minutes. Okay, so be on time, never be late for an interview. That can be taken against you also, ha? Okay, and then prepare ngayon ganito, kung matapos man tong pandemya na to na pwede na tayong mag-handshake, dapat alam natin kung paano natin i-shake ang hand ng ating interviewer. How do you do it? Let's have a look at this.
Calm down, grasp her fingers firmly but gently, and give her hand a single shake. If anyone, man or woman, presents their hand vertically, keep your hand open until the webbed areas between the thumb and index fingers touch. Wrap your fingers around the person's hand, taking a firm grip, and squeeze gently as you shake their hand up and down. One thing you never want to do is squeeze someone's fingers. People who do this are insecure and disrespectful. Please don't be one.
Okay, so that is kung pwede na mag-handshake, di ba? We will know kung pwede na. Anyway, kung hindi pwede, you should also be aware of the nationality or kasi alam nyo, global na ngayon na employment, di ba? You can be working for a certain company in another country and syempre, maring the person who will be interviewing you is of a different nationality or a different culture. Halimbawa, if the person, if you're going to apply for in a Japanese company and you'll be interviewed by a Japanese, how are you going to greet a Japanese? Paano mo siya i-greet? Paano yan? You will do a what? You do a Japanese, a bow. Sabi nga ni Joliza, dapat bow. Okay? So, hindi kailangan nakaganon, ha? Okay lang na ang braso mo nasa gilid. So, you do a bow. Now, you have to also remember na kung personal interview yan, dapat, kung ikaw ito yung interviewer, dapat ang bow mo mas mababa. Okay? Mas mababa. sa interviewer. Yung bow kasi is showing respect, okay, to the interviewer or to the other person. Kaya dapat mas mababa. Wag ikaw yung, kasi it can be taken as disrespectful kung hindi ka masyadong magbabaw. Dapat bumaba ka, ha? That's one way to impress a Japanese future employer, a Japanese future employer. Okay? Na halimbawa naman Thai, from Thailand, you're applying sa isang company na Thai, ang culture. How are you going to greet? Patingin nga, sino kakalab? Thai. Mag-a-apply ka sa isang Thai company. Mag-interview sa isang Thai. Okay, that's when you do this. You know what they call this? They call this a Y. W-A-I. Y. Okay? Ang Y mo ito, yung braso, engineers, alam nyo, 45 degrees, ha? Ang braso. Pagkatapos, yung dulo ng inyong middle finger, dapat nahihingaan mo yan. You can breathe through the nose. Okay? So, ganyan. Tapos, pag babae ka, ang sasabihin mo ganito, Sawadee ka! Okay? Ganun talaga. Yun ang tunog. Oo, ganun ang accent. Sawadee ka! Okay? Can you say that? Sawadee ka! Pag lalaki ka, hindi ganon. Ito sasabihin mo, Sawadee crap! Crap. You got that? Sawadee ka pag babae. Sawadee crap pag lalaki. Sawadee crap. Okay? So dapat familiar tayo dun sa culture of our interviewer. Kasi you want to impress them that you're also aware of their culture. Okay? So that's one thing that, paano kung Mongolian? How will you greet a Mongolian? Paano mo i-greet? How? Paano? Mabibigla kayo. You do this. Look. Totoo yan. Ganyan sila mag-greet. Okay, so iba-iba yung culture kasi nga global na ngayon ang pag-apply ng trabaho, di ba? So, we want to impress our future employer, di ba? Kaya you have to know kung saan ka mag-a-apply. Okay? And then, language proficiency. If you are interviewed, kung ang tanong, Tagalog, sumagot ng Tagalog. Kung ang tanong is in Waray, sumagot ng Waray. Kung in English, sumagot ng English. Okay? Tapos, dapat, remember this, usually, ang English, kailangan yung proficiency natin sa English language. You have gone through several English subjects already, right? Kaya dapat marunong na tayo how we're going to present ourselves. Pero let's take an example from Lynn of Las Vegas. No, some of you are familiar with this video. Kailangan medyo ayusin natin the way we speak. What do I mean by Lynn of Las Vegas? Here it is.
Hi, I'm Lynn from Las Vegas Models. We're hiring new promotional models to work in Las Vegas, USA. Are you 18 to 21 years old? Do you have good English skills, a pleasing personality, and a desire for an exciting new life? If so, this opportunity may be for you. If this sounds interesting, please email us so we can arrange a personal interview. Thanks.
Now, the final interview are usually done in straight English. Okay, so make it a point that you are somehow proficient in the English language, kaya magpa-practice tayo how we're going to speak. Ha? Kaya in this webinar, kailangan ipakita na you speak, you participate, let us learn from each other. Okay, so let's move on. So that kailangan mapakita ninyo yung confidence ninyo in applying for those jobs. Now, frequently asked questions during interviews. Okay, let me call on someone. Let me ko, teka, yung mga patay ang kanilang camera, no, sila ang tatawagin ko. Okay? So, kung patay ang camera mo, make sure na nandyan ka para hindi masama ang impression sa'yo. Okay? Now, let me call on, let's see, Gabriel Pedrano. Gabriel Pedrano, can you unmute your microphone? Gabriel Pedrano, are you there? Gabriel? One, two.
Sir?
Okay, Gabriel Pedrano. Okay, I have a directive. Keep your microphone unmuted. I have this, this is not a question, it's a directive. Sagutin mo to. Kunwari, nando ka na sa interview. Describe yourself. Gabriel?
Yes,
Go.
sir.
Sige, describe yourself. Sige. Okay lang yan, Gabriel. Just describe yourself. Gabriel, what happened to you?
Sir.
Sige, sagutin mo. Describe yourself.
Punctual and skeptic.
Punctual and skeptic. Okay, so let's give Gabriel a round of applause for responding. Okay, thank you very much, Gabriel. Huh? Okay, let's call on another participant. Okay, Heinz Espinosa. Heinz Espinosa, unmute your microphone. Heinz Espinosa, unmute your microphone. Hello there, Heinz. Maybe she's not here. Okay. Why don't we call on another participant? Is Jefferson Pinion a student? Can you unmute your microphone? Jefferson Pinion? Jefferson.
Hello, sir.
Hello there, Jefferson. Okay, describe yourself, Jefferson.
I'm a shy type of person. Mauwang ko, sir.
It's okay. Thank you very much, Jefferson. Okay, hanap pa ako ng iba. How about kasi yung si Mary Jane Doblon. Mary Jane Doblon, unmute your microphone. Mary Jane, hello there. Mary Jane?
Yes, sir. Good morning po.
Good morning. Mary Jane Doblon, please describe yourself.
I am a hardworking person. I am a dedicated and willing to do what the
Okay, no problem, Mary Jane. No, di ba? Pa-practice nga tayo eh. Sige.
Yes, sir.
Sige lang. Meron ka pang gusto sabihin?
No more, sir.
That's it. Okay, a round of applause for Mary Jane Doblon. Okay, so remember this, participants. When the interviewer tells you to describe yourself, ibig sabihin as regards how you can contribute to the company. So far, si Mary Jane yung parang mas okay, pinaka-okay yung kanyang response, no? Pero kailangan, when we respond, concise, maayos, kompleto. Maybe you'd like to think of a good response for this directive, ha? Okay, so mag-isip na tayo paano natin sasagutin ito. Can you describe yourself? Pwedeng ganun, pwedeng it's a question eh. Okay, pwedeng directive na please describe yourself. Ganyan. Dapat diretso kang makakasagot, ha? Hindi pwedeng sa umpisa ng sagot mo, no. Okay, hindi pwede yan, ha? And then, how about this one? Why should we hire you? Okay, so let's call Marty Sorizo. Marty Sorizo? Sige, tingnan natin. Unmute your microphone. Marty Sorizo. Marty, are you with us? One, two, three, four. Okay, let me call Jessa Maligmat. Jessa, are you with us? Jessa Maligmat? Can you unmute your microphone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why should we hire you, Jessa Maligmat?
You should hire me because I am hardworking. I am passionate about my work, and I am really to learn a lot of things inside the company. Ay, nauran. Wait lang po.
Thank you very much. A round of applause to Jessa Maligmat. Okay, now let me call Zadain Katamora. Zadain Katamora. Sige, unmute your microphone. Zadain Katamora. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Please correct me if I'm wrong, huh? Zadain Katamora. Okay, she's not responding. How about Harry Tasan? Harry Tasan, unmute your microphone and respond to the question.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Okay, why should we hire you, Harry?
If you hire me, it will be a great platform to showcase my skill. Whatever goals I set, I ensure to complete them.
Okay, thank you very much, Harry, for that response. Okay, tip lang ha, pagka kayo tinanong ng ganito, why should we hire you? Don't respond with this, because I need to have a job. Okay? Ibig sabihin, what can you do for us? That's what that question means. Appropriate answer, I have what it takes to do the job. Now you expound by stating your accomplishments. Okay? So, kaya yan, why should we hire you? You should know what that question means. Let me proceed to the next. Na? And then, any idea about the job you're applying for? Okay, let's call Rica Villarmino. Rica Villarmino, unmute your microphone, then respond to this question. Any idea about the job you're applying for? Rica Villarmino.
Yes, sir.
Sige. Rica Villarmino?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any idea about the job you're applying for? How will you respond to that question? Okay, should we go back to you? Balikan ka namin, Rita Villarmino. Pwede ka namin balikan. Okay, maybe you want to prepare something first. No, Rica Villarmino. Let's call Shirley Demeterio. Shirley Demeterio. Unmute your microphone. Siyempre, tinatawag ko yung mga nakapatay ang kanilang mga cameras. Okay, Shirley Demeterio. Any idea about the job you're applying for? Okay, she's not responding. And let's call on another participant, Arcabal. Okay, Arcabal, let me check the complete name. Arcabal Aladdin. Okay, any idea about the job you're applying for? Arcabal, can you unmute your microphone?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, any idea about the job you're applying for? Aladdin.
I want this job because I am looking for an opportunity that lets myself to exercise and my skill. Yun lang po, sir.
Maraming salamat. A round of applause to Aladdin. So in this situation with this question, they are now looking for qualities which makes you fit for that position. Okay, are you fit for that position? This means the interviewer wants to know if you have researched the company beforehand. So i-research nyo yung kumpanya na a-applyan ninyo, ha? Company background and information, the job description, dapat alamin natin, tama ba yung trabaho na ina-apply natin? If it really fits your college training and the required work experience, consider long-term career plans when choosing. So research, alamin natin ha, before you apply to a certain company or organization, make it a point that you research, okay? Your future employer can be so impressed with your response if you know kung anong klaseng kumpanya or organization ang ina-applyan mo. Okay? Where do you, and then here's another question. Where do you see, teka, let me go now dun sa mga ating mga napaka masunurin na mga participants. Okay? Let's hear from Shekinah. Shekinah Mimigel, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Paano pag ito ang tanong sa'yo? How will you respond, Shekinah?
Good morning, sir. The way that I will respond to this question is that I will see myself as a person who is responsible to myself and have a job that I decide. That's all, sir.
I know for that response. How about TJ? TJ, paano pag tinanong ka ng ganito? TJ, sige, TJ, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Teka, tell me first, TJ, kung ano yung major mo. What college program are you taking? Anong kinukuha mo?
Cancer base AA.
Electrical engineering, right?
Opo, sir.
Sige. Eto, tinanong ka ng interviewer, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? How will you respond?
Kailangan, I think 5 years from now, I am employed. Then
sige, keep on speaking, TJ. Natutuwa lang ako dun sa response mo eh. Sige.
wherein my skill is kantor, sir. Ako una-una.
Let's give TJ a round of applause. Okay, ganito ha. When you are thrown this question, they are asking how long will you stay with the company? Okay, ang tanong ibig sabihin, gaano katagal ka, they want to find out. Halimbawa, si TJ nag-a-apply sa isang trabaho. Hindi pwedeng sasabihin ni TJ, I see myself as a pilot 5 years from now. teka muna TJ, hindi naman airline company itong ina-applyan mo. Ibig sabihin hindi ka magtatagal sa trabaho. They want to know if you're going to last long working with the company. So what is a safe answer? Can you think of a safe answer to this question? Lestino, no? Lestino, can you think of a safe answer to this question? Wada May Lestino. Sige, ano kayo magandang sagot dito? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Sa palagay mo? Wada May, how will you respond? I see myself. Okay. Sige, hindi nag-work yung microphone. You're having problems with your microphone? Sige, speak. Try to speak. Hindi ka namin naririnig. Wala pa ring sound. Try natin. Another way to do it. Walang sound. Hindi nag-work. Okay. Lestino, Wadame, you can type your response on the chat box. Type mo na lang muna. Okay. While you are typing your response, let me call on somebody. Edfelfeli. Oh, how will you respond? What do you think is a safe
sir.
Baka may idea ka. What do you think is a safe answer to this question? See yourself 5 years from now.
I see myself 5 years from now is become a higher level drafter, as my major is drafting technology. So I see myself in 5 years from now is become an assistant of an architect or an engineer. Or
Okay.
if I have an opportunity.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much for that response. Okay, listen para safe tayo Ganito ang sagot dyan. Related din doon sa sinabi ni Edfel, no? Related doon. I see myself occupying a key position in this company. That is a safe answer. You see yourself occupying a manager's position, a team leader's position, a key position, or a managerial position in this company 5 years from now. Ibig sabihin, gusto mong magtagal dun sa kumpanya na ina-applyan mo, tapos medyo na-promote ka na. I see myself being promoted to a higher position in your company 5 years from now. See? Okay? So yun ang safe na answer dyan. Kaya dapat we should be watchful for these questions. Watchful of these questions that can be thrown at us. And then what would you consider your weaknesses? Okay, ito pa. Gusela. Tignan ko nga, Gusela. Chemery Gusela, how will you respond to this? What would you consider your weaknesses? Unmute your microphone. Sige. Chemery, yan. Okay. What would you consider your weaknesses?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I consider my weaknesses. I easily trust my friends. For example, in the company, mag-listen ako English.
Okay lang. Okay lang kahit magwaray ka, okay lang. Anong weakness meron ka, Gisela?
Yun nga, sir. I easily trust my friends that may threaten some yung
kahit waray.
mag-listen.
No problem. Pero you know what, Gisela? I actually heard a good answer from you. Pero let me help you rephrase your response. No? I easily trust people. Okay? I easily trust people. I think that's a good response, no? Pwede yan I easily trust people. Here are other safe answers that that you may want to use as a response to somebody who will throw that question at you. Talkative, no? That is a safe answer. Sociable, conscientious, does not like to be distracted at work. Those are safe answers also. Okay, you may want to cite them. What would you consider your weaknesses? Okay, pero make it a point na talagang totoo yan, ha? Okay, like si Gisela, I easily trust people. You just say that. Kasi don't say I easily trust friends. Kasi paano mo siya naging friend? Kaya nga naging friend mo siya kasi pinagkakatiwalaan mo eh. So say people instead of friend. Okay? So magandang answer yan. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, you're welcome, Gisela. Identify your weaknesses and state how you can overcome them. Okay? And then here's another one. What about the salary? Should you be asking about the salary? What do you think? Shali Claros, should you be asking about the salary? Sa palagay mo, Shali? Tatanong mo ba yan agad?
Hindi, sir.
Thank you very much, Shali. And then how about sige. Tanungin naman natin si Francis. Francis, okay? Francis Picao, Pamanian. Itatanong mo ba agad yan? Francis Charlie Polino. Yung salary, tatanong mo ba agad? Sa palagay mo? Unmute your microphone.
Hindi, sir.
Hindi mo tatanong. Thank you very much, Francis. How about si Arnel Regala? Itatanong mo ba agad yung salary? Arnel, what do you think?
Hindi rin, sir.
Hindi rin. And Pamela Ruiz, what do you think? Should you be asking about the salary? Pamela Ruiz. What do you think?
No, sir.
Okay, so you gave the correct response, no? Thank you very much. Correct. So, ibig sabihin, huwag niyo munang itatanong yung salary. You have to remember, first interview pa lang ito. Okay? First interview pa lang. Dapat malaman muna nila kung if you are fit for the job that you're applying for. There will be a point in your application towards the latter part of your application when pag tinanggap ka na, you will be issued an appointment letter. Pag binigyan ka na ng appointment letter, nakalagay doon kung magkano yung salary mo. Now, you will have to say kung tatanggapin mo o hindi mo tatanggapin yung trabaho. Okay? You have that prerogative. Okay? So, you don't ask for it kasi sasabihin naman sa iyo kung ano yung salary na pwedeng ibigay sa iyo. So, don't ask about the salary. You have to remember nag-a-apply ka pa lang sa trabaho. They want to know first if you are fit. Okay? You're the right fit for the job. And then, tumamak, taas na naman ng space sa taas, pakibawasan. Okay? Pasensya ka na, tumamak lang kita nakikita. Okay. And position-related questions. These questions can be thrown at you. Situation, challenges, action, results. The SCAR, position-related questions. You can be given a difficult situation and you can be asked what are the challenges that you will have to face in a difficult situation and what actions will you take, okay, to remedy that difficult situation and what results are you expected to come up with. Ito yung mga tinatawag na management or position-related questions. Pag tinanong ka ng ganito, baka naman your interviewer is eyeing you for a key position in the company that you're applying at. Maybe you're being eyed to become a manager, a team leader, pwede yan, a supervisor. So watch out for these questions. Okay? And be honest, provide true answers. Don't be reluctant to ask anything. The challenge, ito yung magandang itanong sa inyong interviewer. Be ready with this. Take down notes. Okay? Pwede niyong itanong, what are the challenges that are expected to be faced by somebody who's going to be accepted in the position that I'm applying for? Okay, how is the company culture? Pwede mong itanong yan sa interviewer mo. Ito pa yung magandang tanong. How does the company measure success? Itanong nyo yan. You know why? Kasi you will impress your interviewer with those questions. Ibig sabihin, may concern ka dun sa pagtatrabaho, dun sa company ina-applyan mo. Okay? So, take note of these questions, no? Itanong nyo yan sa inyong interviewer kasi there will be a point in your interview wherein the interviewer will ask you, do you have any questions? Okay? Huwag kang tameme. Okay, magtanong ka. So, what are the challenges that are expected to be faced by somebody who's going to apply for that position? Ano yung mga challenges that they usually face? Ano yung company culture? What's the company culture? Yan, pwede mong itanong yan. How does the company measure success? So, 3 good questions to throw your interviewer so that you can impress, no? Plus points yan. Okay? Pagka yan tinanong mo sa interviewer. And then character and personality test, remember this, no? You will be subjected to these character and personality tests to test your behavior. Now, makinig ng mabuti, may tip ako sa inyo. Meron dyan sa character and personality test, ilang beses lumalabas yung question. Halimbawa, may lumabas yung question sa number 2, let's say it's a 50-item questionnaire. Lumabas yung question sa number 2, lumabas na naman siya sa number 23, lumabas na naman siya sa number 37, pare-pareho yung question. You know why? Because they want to check your consistency. Consistent ka bang tao? Okay, pag paiba-iba yung sagot mo, it can mean something. Right? Okay, so watch out for these personality tests. Okay? And then intellectual aptitude. Ito yung abstract reasoning, mathematical math proficiency test, language proficiency test. Ito yon. Intellectual, what is expected to you after undergoing different levels of education. Kaya dapat i-prove mo that you have learned something out of those 4 years of education, college education that you went through. Okay, and then maintain two-way communication. Look into the eyes of your interviewer. Dapat marunong kang tumingin sa mata ng iyong interviewer. No, look straight. Ngayon, ang gawin nyo, participants, look straight into the camera. Nasaan yung camera ninyo? Tumingin kayo ng diretso sa camera. Kasi nakatingin kayo sa screen nyo eh. Tingnan nyo yung camera. See? Okay, maintain when you are asked matuto kang tumingin sa camera kasi merong hindi marunong tumingin eh. Pag sasagot kayo ng mga question, ang tingnan niyo yung camera, wag niyo tingnan yung screen niyo. Okay? Yeah? Very important. Look into the eyes. Concise and straight to the point answers dapat ang ibibigay ninyo when you respond. Ha? Okay, now eto na tayo sa skills, no? Dapat ma-discuss natin mabuti ito. Now, yung hard skills, you have learned that in school, right? You have learned that in college as an electrical engineer, as an industrial engineer, a mechanical engineer, an information technologist, an industrial technologist. You've already acquired them. Pinag-aralan nyo yan. Kaya ka nagkaroon ng interview. And that is the reason you were asked to be interviewed. That's the reason you were invited for an interview. Okay, but more importantly, we should be aware of what we call the 6 soft skills or people skills that companies seek in applicants. Ito yung hinahanap namin sa mga aplikante. 1, honesty and diligence. Meron ka ba niyan? Honest ka ba? You have to remember na theft happens in a company. What do I mean by that? As simple as na inuwing ballpen. Okay, merong mga employees na kumukuha ng ballpen sa kumpanya. May kumukuha ng papel, bond paper, envelope, pencil. Theft happens. Okay? Totoo yan. Even yung ipinunch in mo, yung office mate mo, that is already considered theft. Honesty, diligence, that is something that we look for in an applicant. Okay, kaya in your personality test, make sure that you are consistent with your responses. Yung diligence, makikita lang namin yan when you start working. Okay, and that will help you retain your job. Right? And then kasi baka mamaya magtatrabaho ka pagkatapos matutulog ka lang sa trabaho. Work ethics. And then kapag online ang trabaho, nagtatrabaho ka ba talaga o nag-ML ka? Okay? Work ethics, something, yung integrity at work. Ano yung integrity? Integrity is shown when you are doing the right thing when nobody is looking. Kailangan meron kanyan. Okay? How many students logged into this webinar ang naka-login lang pero iba ang ginagawa? Okay? So, very important na yung meron ka ng integrity that should already be a given. Hindi mo yan natututunan overnight. Pinapractice po yan. Okay? Kanina, nag-play ang lupang hinirang. Linagay nyo ba yung kamay ninyo sa inyong dibdib? Did you do that?
Opo, sir.
Okay. Yes, somebody did. Right? Nakita ko kayo na. Somebody did. Ginagawa mo siya kasi yun ang kailangan mong gawin. Walang nakatingin, pero you're doing the right thing. Diyan mo mapapatunayan ang integrity mo at work. Okay? So that is something that we practice. Pinapractice po yan. Kaya if you think na, ba't ka tatama rin maglagay ng kamay sa iyong dibdib? Ba't ka tatama rin mag-pray? Okay, hindi pwede. 'Di ba? Kailangan meron kanyang ginagawa mo pa rin yung tama kahit walang nakatingin. Okay? Teamwork. Are you a team player? Usually, engineers work with a team. Kaya dapat you should be able to contribute something to the solution of a problem. Hindi pwede nag-aantay ka lang mabigyan ng trabaho. You should also pull your weight in a group work. You be a team player. Another one is emotional intelligence. Ano yung emotional intelligence? Your ability to perceive, to react, to handle, to understand emotions. When one employee is under stress, how do you react to that employee? When somebody gets to be promoted to a higher position, anong reaction mo? Okay? Nagsasour grape ka ba? Or do you boost the morale of that promoted employee? Emotional intelligence. Meron na ba tayo niyan? How do we react? Okay? And then, are you self-motivated? Okay, kailangan may kusang palo ka na. Hindi kailangan lahat sinasabi sa iyo kung anong gagawin. First rule in working. When in doubt, what's the next word? Respond. When in doubt, ano dapat ang susunod na word? When in doubt, i-type niyo sa chat box yung sagot. That's the first rule in a company. When in doubt, what's the next word? When in doubt, kapag hindi ka yes, that's the right answer, okay? So that's Fidel, Galieta, and then Antonio De Leon, also Julian Lobo, and Jean Princess. Correct. When in doubt, ask. Magtanong. Okay? Dapat hindi na sabi, bakit hindi ka nagtanong? Hindi na pwedeng sasabihin sa iyo, bakit hindi ka nagtanong? Dapat given na yan. Okay? You are self-motivated. Okay? Tapos may kusang palo ka. You should be attending to certain tasks without having to be told. Pagpasok mo sa umaga, i-check mo agad yung email mo. Baka may mga messages ka from fellow employees. Hindi pwedeng sasabihin sa iyo, oy, check mo nga email mo. Hindi pwedeng ganun. You are self-motivated dapat. Okay? And then you're a positive thinker. Okay? In a difficult situation, how do you react? Okay? Nagmumukmuk ka ba? Or you just feel bad? You think of solutions when you are faced with difficult situations. Paano mo may bigyan ng solution yan? Be a positive thinker. Remember this, all of those problems that you will encounter, they are temporary. All of those problems that you will encounter, may solution yan. So be a positive thinker kesa magmukmuk ka. Okay? So these are the soft skills that we are looking for among applicants. Unfortunately, hindi namin makikita to sa inyong diploma or kahit sa inyong transcript of records. That is something that you should manifest during your interview, during in your pre-employment requirements, you should show them, okay, dapat nandyan yan, and that will be evidenced, or that will be evidenced by your resume, your curriculum vitae, the result of your interview, the documents that you will submit, how timely do you submit all those documents that are required. So these are the things that we are looking for in those successful, who will be the successful candidates for employment. Okay, these soft skills, remember this, these soft skills can get you the job. The hard skills will get you an interview, but the soft skills will get you the job. Okay, these are what we are seeking in applicants. So emotional maturity, have you developed the right mindset? Can you exemplify humility at work as well? Humility is when you accept your faults, when you accept your mistakes. You're humble enough to do that. Ito yung mabilis matuto. We're looking for that quality as well. Yung humility na yan. Okay, ang dami kasi medyo, they're too proud to accept that they've committed a mistake. There's nothing wrong with committing mistakes. Now, some of them can't get a job because medyo hindi pa sila talaga settled on what they really want to do with their lives. Are you in this situation? Settle now para ma-chart mo na yung career path. Okay, and take note of the tours. Okay, ano yung career detours? You may not be working as a programmer yet. You may not be working as an industrial technologist, as an electrical engineer, a mechanical engineer, an industrial engineer. Baka hindi pa muna yan ang trabaho ninyo. So watch out for career detours. You may have to settle for a certain job first. Okay, but continue applying for those other jobs while you are employed in a temporary job. Kasi of course, you're expected to raise some money for the family, di ba? Instead of wala kang ginagawa, right? Okay, so take note of these career detours, and we look forward to you being able to eventually assume those jobs, those careers that you are dreaming of. Okay, so the right attitude, the right mindset, that is something that we all have to develop. And at this point, okay, actually that wraps up my discussion. At this point, we have to be prepared with these resumes. Dapat alam niyo na kung paano niyo i-prepare siya, ha? Competitive dapat ang ating resume. And then yung interview, you should be able to handle those interviews. There will be mock interview sessions siguro kayo. You may be subjected to mock interview sessions because you need to be able to answer those questions well. Hard and soft skills. Okay, you should be aware of them. Have you already developed the hard and soft skills? Pinapractice po yan. Hindi po yan natututunan overnight. So practice them para it will be a given within you. Okay, and emotional maturity, I hope that you will be able to handle all of those requirements by your prospective employers. Anyway, there's a question here. May nagtanong dito, no? Let me just answer this question para, something that will, that this is a purview of, for our open forum. Regarding the salary, what if the interviewer is asking you about what salary do you expect when working with a company? Is it possible that this question would be asked, sir? Okay, and what would be the safest answer? Okay, ganito. I'll give you a situation na that I was subjected to that question also, no? Of course, kasi ang safest answer is, what salary are you expecting? The safest answer is this. Ito yung unang sagot na safe. I am willing to get a salary that is commensurate to my qualifications. That is a safe answer. Pero, when I was applying for a job, okay, I was asked that question. Kaya lang parang, biglang may follow-up question. Sabi sa akin nung Amerikanong nag-interview sa akin, no, we want to know now how much salary you will is comfortable for you. So because we want to know if you will fit, you'll be happy with the position you're applying for. So ang sagot ko eto. I am not going to accept a salary that is less than 30,000 pesos. because that was what I was getting in my previous employment. Okay? Yun ang sagot ko. I did not say how much will make me comfortable, but I told them na yung huling trabaho ko, I was getting no lower than 30,000 pesos. That was a job I applied for in 1995. Okay? So eventually, I got the job and they gave me 50,000 pesos per month as a salary. So, ayun, kaya I was happy with that. So, the important thing is this, no? Kailangan when you are thrown the question, subukan mo muna yung safe answer. If they become insistent, give them an answer without really responding to how much money you want to get, okay, from the job that you're applying for. Pero, you give them an idea. Bigyan nyo sila ng idea. Parang ganon. Kaya parang when I gave them the idea that I'm not going to accept a salary that is less than 30,000 pesos because that was what I was getting in my previous employment. Right? Okay, syempre, your task here, your job here, no, is you want to move up to higher levels as you pursue those careers. Syempre, when you move up to higher levels, ibig sabihin, dapat yung salary mo tumataas din. Hindi pwedeng tumatagal ka sa trabaho tapos bumaba yung salary mo. Okay, that would be a demotion. You don't want to go through that, di ba? You have to be advancing to higher levels of responsibilities in whatever career you're pursuing, and of course, you're getting paid for that well. That's what you want. Okay, so I hope that with this webinar, I was able to share something very important, something that you will remember, something that gave you ideas on how you're going to apply for those jobs. Okay, but before we end, we have to, of course, thank everybody, our administrators, our mentors. Let's thank them, especially before we leave school, bago tayo umalis sa mga, kasi in a matter of months, you're done with college education, graduation na, di ba? Are you looking forward to it? Sino sa inyo ang magiging cum laude? Give me a thumbs up. Who among you expect to be a cum laude or a magna cum laude or a summa cum laude? Okay, wag na tayong pa-humble. Give me a thumbs up. I'm asking you about it. Sino sa inyo? Give me a thumbs up if you're expecting to receive distinction. Okay, distinction pag-graduate ninyo. Sino dito? Patingin nga. Sino magta-thumbs up dyan? Meron ba? Cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude. O kung shy yung estudyante, you may want to type the name of the person on the chat box. Sino yan? Magiging cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude? Who do you think? Type the name of that si Princess. Si Princess, you're expecting her to graduate with distinction. Sino pa? Aside from Princess, meron pa ba? Okay. Yes, Kane Enorasa is expected to graduate with distinction. Raynel Ancero as well. Okay, are they? Yeah, as well as Ray again Ancero is expected to graduate with distinction. So even if wala kang distinction, di ka cum laude, summa cum laude, or magna cum laude, it's okay. O si Felmer Losainon and Janine Villacruces are also expected. Pero kahit wala kang distinction when you graduate, I have to congratulate all of you for getting this far. So let's give ourselves a round of applause. Diba, walang kasing sarap yung tumuntong sa entablado to receive your diploma. You will experience that. Finally, ayan na kayo. Okay? So, you're almost there. Malapit na in a few months. So, congratulations everybody. And let's thank our mentors, our administrators for making way for a webinar like this. Pasalamatan natin sila with a round of applause. And don't forget, okay, graduating college students, don't forget to rise above the rest. Okay? So rise above the rest as you pursue those careers that you have been dreaming about. God bless you and thank you very much. Okay, so yes, Miss Visame. Okay, back to you. Thank you very much. Ma'am Arellano, are you there?
Hello? I'm
Yes.
sorry. I wasn't able to see the unmute button. Okay, so thank you so much again, Sir June, for always being available whenever we need your coaching, especially for those who are aspiring to be job seekers, for aspiring to get a very good job in the future. So, very informative. Do you agree with me, guys? Have you learned a lot from Sir June?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
also grateful for everyone who participated well. And by then, let us now continue with the certificate of appreciation. Thank you so much, sir. With that, um, we would like to extend our thank you, our gratitude for extending your knowledge and expertise to these aspiring job seekers. All right. So again, before we formally end the webinar, let us have first a, how do you call this? Probably there are no questions, or do you still have, or are you still uh, curious about something? Do you still have questions that haven't been acknowledged earlier? By the way, I have received, or I have seen some messages or some questions earlier. Were you able to understand, or were you able to get the answers that you need, or do you still have follow-up questions before I proceed?
No,
Anyone?
ma'am. No.
Probably there are still some who were curious, though you have already started with asking questions, but probably there are still some who are curious about something. You may raise your hand, or you may chat your questions in the chat box if you still have. All right, so I think there's none already. Okay. All right, so again, to formally end this webinar, let us give a resounding virtual applause to our PIT Vice President for Research, Extension, and External Affairs, Dr. Antonia D. Mendoza.
Thank you for your patience in time to finish this session. First of all, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to our speaker, Mr. Serafin June C. Geronimo Jr., for sharing his valuable time and expertise with us. Likewise, my deepest gratitude goes to all the participants and the organizer of this webinar, Dr. Jeril D. Cataraha, our PESO manager, and Mrs. Agnes Julie P. Beltran, our guidance coordinator. Sir, ma'am, thank you very much. Thank you for running this activity successfully. And of course, my thanks goes also to our beautiful MC, Ma'am Bisani. Thank you. Again, to everybody here, thank you very much. Pre-employment coaching webinar primarily equips our graduating students with the basics of employment application, including some tips such provides you, dear participants, with valuable insights on how to maximize chances of getting hired in the future and most importantly, this also gives you ideas of how you're going to build your careers ahead and how it would possibly transform your lives. Let me also say that this webinar is really beneficial to all of you graduating students who will be out in the field very, very soon, especially as you engage in job hunting. Of course, we understand that this moment, the job hunting moment, is the time that you've been waiting for. That is finding jobs and eventually landing a job, a good job. This sounds actually so wonderful and exciting, yet very challenging. Why? Because we know the fact that applying for a job nowadays is like hunting an Easter egg. Organizations impose certain levels of difficulty on their hiring process just to extract the cream among the applicants, primarily because of the stiff competition in the labor market. Thus, to help you graduating students to become ready for this area, PIT is providing you this kind of webinar. This is to help you to be oriented, aware of, and to become well prepared for the next chapter of your life, the post-graduation stage. At any rate, I am hoping, or PIT is hoping, that the things that you have gained from today's webinar may somehow or will guide you on how to face the so-called real world. Although, as said earlier, seeking a job is not as easy as how we imagine it. It's not just like finding a piece of cake. However, with what you have gained from the webinar today, it would not be worth worrying about it anymore. Nothing to worry about it. Just apply the insights that you have just gained from Sir June, and there you are. You will surely have a no worry job hunting ahead. Finally, I would like to say that I am hoping, PIT is hoping, that you will be able to harvest the fruit of your hard work in the future. Once again, thank you, stay safe, and God bless us all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. All right, so before we proceed to the last part, can we turn on all of our cameras? Position yourselves for the photo opportunity. I would like to request everyone to kindly turn on your cameras and position yourself as to how Sir June taught you to position yourself during interviews. All right. Okay, so I'll be taking a few shots since um, you are not fit into one screen. All right, so in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's one. I'll just save that one. And then the next group. 3, 2. Okay. You may also take your own screenshots for documentation purposes. Another one is, this is the last one. So there are still people who are not turning on their cameras. So kindly turn on your cameras. Okay, again, I'll just wait for those who haven't turned on their cameras yet. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so again, thank you so much, everyone. I would like to thank Sir June for all of the information and for making your making the students understand well about job opportunities and how they would be presentable. And I believe that the students have learned a lot. And I would like to thank the organizers and also the presence of our Vice President for Academic Affairs. Thank you so much, Sir Achavilio. And always remember, find out what you like doing great and like doing best, and get someone to pay you for doing it, by Catherine Whitehorn. God bless everyone, and God bless in your future careers. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Have a great lunch. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Goodbye.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Bye, ma'am.
guys.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Sawadee-ka.
Bye-bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. God bless.
Attendance, ma'am.
Attendance will be sent by your respective facilitators, guys. I will send it to Sir Villas later.
Sir, I have already posted in the chat
Ano pa
box.
dali, sir?
Here.
Alright. Alright. Sige, sige. It's also in the
Chat box.
Nasa chat box ang link.
Thank you, all the students. Have a great day.
What time tayo in the afternoon?
1:30, Sir June.
1:30.
Okay. Sige.
The comment. Sir. Bye,
See you.
sir.
Last na lang po, Sir June.
Salamat.
Afternoon. Thank you. Have a good lunch po. Bye.
The recording has stopped.